A very good morning to all. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I would like to take 15 minutes of your time just to share a small instances and glimpses of my life. My only intention is you people no need to do the mistakes which I have done. My name is Krishna Teja. I am an IAS officer of 2015 batch. Till my 7th class, I am a very average student. I was a very average student. If there are 25 students in the class, I used to get 24th or 25th. But from my 8th class, I started recognizing the importance of education to me and my family, and I started performing well in my studies, in my academics. Like that, I got the best rank, the best score in my 10th class, best rank and the best score in my plus 2, best rank and best score in my engineering. And after engineering, like many of us, I also joined in a multinational company in Delhi. When I started working in this company, I used to have a roommate. And it is this roommate who want to become an IAS officer. It is this roommate who want to become a district collector. So he used to tell me, Macha, I want to become district collector. So I am preparing for civil. I am going to join in a coaching. Then I asked him, what is an IAS? Who is a district collector? Then this person told me, the district collector is the person who is the head of the district, who serves the people, etc. etc. And it is my roommate who inspired me to become an IAS officer, and he motivated me to join in a coaching institute. Like that, I joined in a coaching institute. But when I joined in a coaching institute, I started learning about what is an IAS officer, what is an IPS officer, what can you do and how can you serve people when you become an IAS and IPS. I seriously started preparing for civils, that is for IAS, and I gave my first attempt. I failed in the first attempt. And it is usually happens to every one of us. When we fail in something, we try to identify mistakes outside us, not within us. So when I failed in the first attempt, I thought, see, I failed not because of my mistake, because I am working and I am unable to get proper time for preparation. Hence, I failed in my first attempt. So I resigned from my job. Then I gave second attempt by 1 year preparation. So second year I prepared for 1 year and then I gave my second attempt. In my second attempt, again I failed. Again, I told you, whenever we fail, we rarely try to find mistakes within us. We try to find mistakes around us. When I failed in my second attempt, I thought, see, it is because of bad luck I failed. Otherwise, how can I be a failure? So again, I prepared for 1 more year and I gave my third attempt. And again, I failed in my third attempt. If you all observe, I have three best success in my life. My 10th is a best success, my plus 2 is a best success, and my engineering is a best success. But at the same time, now I have three consecutive failures. My first time in IAS is a failure, my second time in IAS exam is a failure, my third time in IAS exam is a failure. And when I failed consequently for 3 times, all my motivation levels are rock bottom, all my confidence levels are rock bottom. Now I started introspecting myself. What is the reason behind my failure? Almost for 1 month, I tried identifying my mistake, but I'm unable to identify even a single mistake. Then I started going and meeting every friend of mine, and I started questioning them. Macha, you know that I am preparing for civil, and do you know why I am failing in civil? Every friend of mine is telling, Krishna, you are smart student, you have very good conceptual clarity, you are intelligent. But none of my friend is able to point a mistake within. Then I thought, okay, fine, IAS is not my cup of tea. So again, I have to go and join in the IT job. So I applied for a IT job. I got an interview call with the credentials I have. I got the job immediately. Then I called every one of my friend and I said, I'm going to stop the preparation for IAS and I'm going back to IT job. And this information that I'm going to stop IAS preparation has been passed from my friends to my enemies. Next day morning at 6:37, three of my enemies came to meet me. They came to my room, they rang the bell, I opened the door, and I'm shocked to see three of my enemies coming to see me. They never ever spoken to me properly, but they came to see me all the way coming to my room. So I asked the three enemies to come and sit in my. The first enemy told me, Krishna, you have taken a right decision. You will never get IAS. IT job is correct. The second enemy told, Krishna, never ever you will get IAS. IT job is correct for you. The third enemy told me, Krishna, you are best suited for IT job only. When my three enemies told me, I questioned them. I also know that getting into IAS is a difficult task for me. But the only question I have is, why getting into IAS is a difficult task for me? Then the first enemy told me, Krishna, it is very simple. IAS exam for 2000 marks is a written exam and your handwriting is very, very poor. And that's the reason why you are getting very less mark in written exam. And it is true, at that point of time, my handwriting is very bad. The second enemy told me, Krishna, it is very clear. In IAS exam, there are 2000 marks is written test. And being a computer science student, being a science student, whatever question it is, you write answer in point wise, point 1, point 2, point 3. But in IAS, whenever you are writing an answer, it has to be in a paragraph style, in a flowery language, in a storytelling style. And never ever I know about writing an answer in a flowery language, in a paragraph style, because I'm a science student. Any question given to me, I write only point 1, point 2, point 3. The third enemy told me, Krishna, whenever you answer something, you will try to answer very sharply. But in IAS, you should speak diplomatically and convincingly, and you don't know how to speak diplomatically and convincingly. Hence, getting into IAS is difficult. So, like that, my three enemies have given three reasons, and they went away from room. And after they went away from room, I discovered one reality in my life. That is, whenever you want to know positives within you, you should go and ask your friend. But whenever you want to know negatives, you should go and ask your enemies. And so, with the support of my enemies, I came to know my three reasons why I am not getting into civil service. Now, again, I called my parents. I requested them one more year for appearing for the fourth time into the examination. So, my parents have accepted and they gave me one more year for appearing. Now, I have 1 year and three mistakes. The first mistake is handwriting. So, when I went to a teacher's home, I rang the bell, and the teacher's home there is a board stating that here we teach handwriting. So I went and asked teacher, could you teach me handwriting? And the teacher immediately told, no issues, I teach handwriting, please bring your son or daughter. I said, teacher, it's not for my son or daughter. Then she was shocked. A 25 years old guy is coming and asking a teacher to teach the handwriting. I convinced her, teacher, I have to appear for civics, and handwriting is very important for me, and I have to learn handwriting. So the teacher taught me handwriting for 1 month, and after that, for 1 year, I practiced my handwriting almost for 2 hours a day. And today, if I write anything in a file, my staff asks me whether this is a handwriting or a printout. So that's the level of improvement I brought in my hand. So I overcome my first mistake. The second mistake, how to write answers in a storytelling manner, in a paragraph style, in a flowery language style. So there is already a madam who got into civil service. Her name is Balalata. I went to her home asking her to give me some guidance on how to write answers. Madam asked me to come on the second day. I went on the second day on the exact time when madam has asked me to go. She asked me to come on the next day. I went on the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. So she asked me to come on the next day, next day, next day for 7 days. On the seventh day, she said, Krishna, I am convinced that you are a serious student. I will give you one offer. The offer is, I will conduct you 365 examinations every day from morning 4 to 7. You have to come in time and appear for the exam from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock for 3 hours. If in any case you didn't turn up for any of the exam, then that's going to be your last exam. So she told that if I don't turn up for any of the exam, she is going to stop me. I appeared all the 365 exams. I went to her home at morning 4 o'clock and I appeared all the exams. And when I am writing my 365th exam, I am very clear on how to write an answer in a storytelling manner, in a paragraph style, in a flowery language. So by writing exams every day consistently, I learned and I overcome my second mistake. The third mistake, how to teach or how to convey things diplomatically and convincingly. So for that, what I have done, I went and started teaching for civil service aspirants. When I became a teacher and started teaching to the students, I learned the art of conveying things more diplomatically and more convincingly. So like that, I am able to overcome all my three mistakes, and then I appeared my fourth attempt. The prelims, I cleared it. The next exam, mains, I cleared it. Next, I appeared in the interview, I cleared it, and I got All India 66th rank. So once I got All India 66th rank, my mom is from a very humble background, and she doesn't know what is this district collector and IAS. Once I got rank, everyone started calling my mom and they started congratulating her. And my mom called me and said, "Everyone is congratulating me. I don't know why they are congratulating." I said, "Don't think too much. You just say thank you." And everyone every day they started congratulating my mom. And my mom thought I got a very good job with a very high salary. One day, out of curiosity, my mom called me and asked, "Krishna, what's your salary?" I said, "Mom, it's 50. 50 in my terms is in thousands." But she took it like 50 means in lakhs. So there was a miscommunication between me and my mom. That for me, my salary is 50,000, and in her opinion, it is 50 lakhs. So she was very happy. One fine day, when I am in training, I called my father and requested him to send 10,000 rupees. And my mom got very angry. She took the phone and she started yelling at me, "What happened to you? You are getting 50 lakh salary every month, and why are you asking 10,000 from the father?" I said, "Who told you 50 lakh?" She said, "You told me." I said, I told you 50, which means 50,000. She was very disappointed. I used to draw lakhs of salary as an IT employee with my multinational company, and now I came down to a job where the salary is thousands because my mom is not aware of what IAS is. How can you do service? So for almost 2-3 years, she was very dissatisfied. What happened to my son is leaving a job with lakhs of salary and coming to thousands of salary. But after 2008 floods, when I am Alapi sub-collector, my mom came to see me and she saw how can an IAS officer influences the lives of the people. How can an IAS officer can do service or can deliver services to the people. At that point of time, my mom came and told, "Krishna, you have taken a right decision. It is not important how much your salary is. It is important how much you can sub and deliver services to the people. And this is the right job for you. And today I am satisfied. It's not about your salary. It is about the service that is involved in this service." So that's the story of me. And in this life journey, I discovered and I rediscovered that, see, for every one of us, failure comes. For example, today I'm here, but I'm here with 3 failures and 1 success. So people doesn't see how many times you fail. People are only bothered about whether you are successful or not. And second thing, getting a failure is not a big thing, but failing to learn from the failure is really a big thing we should focus on. And third and most important thing, if you want to be happy in life, you should have friends. But if you want to grow in life, sometimes you should also need your enemies. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Have a great day.